welcome! Hey, that's super awesome. We're so happy to be here. First time ever here. And we're gonna check out electric cars today.
Yes, we're gonna take you onto a tour of all upcoming electric cars. Not the concept cars.
Not the concept cars, because you never can buy them, and also not the gas guzzlers, right?
No.
We don't like gas guzzlers so much.
No. So our top 3 on the list are, of course, the Porsche Taycan, the VW ID.3, and the Byton M-Byte.
Wow, I'm so excited about those 3
Me
cars.
too. And maybe we can have some other surprises, right?
Yeah,
who knows?
certainly.
So let's get started.
Let's get
go.
started. So here it is, the ID.3, finally we see it in person, we see it in the production version, how it will come out as it is, the real production version, and not the concept car, even though it has some concept car looking characteristics. I have to say, I really like the design, it's really awesome, a really good design, and it will come out mid-2020, so you can pre-order it now. So the base version, they say, should be a bit under 30,000 euros. The higher end versions, 45 to 50,000 euros maximum in the higher trim levels. And I think it's not bad, it's really not bad. The interior is, by the way, also very nice, and Jixuan and me will now sit inside and tell you what we think about the interior.
Into the ID.3.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Me too. It's really nice. Look at the interior.
I like it a lot. It's just 2 different color designs.
Yeah, it's really nice. The ambient lighting here, right?
It's very good design, a very good mixture between retro elements and modern elements. Right?
Absolutely. I also like the design very much, I have to say. The 2-screen setup has a bit of like futuristic Sid Mead-esque design features even. So really nice.
It's really nice to have this in front of you compared to the Tesla Model 3.
We have to say we really like the head-up display a lot, a feature that we honestly miss in the Model 3, as you have lots of relevant info directly in the windshield in front of you, therefore greatly reducing the distraction. This way you can keep your eyes on the road all the time, which is especially useful with navigation, of course. In the Model 3, for example, you have to look quite far to the right in order to see navigation info. That's why we often mount a phone in front of us in the Model 3, so to somewhat emulate a head-up display. Other cool features are, for example, a light band in front of you, showing you visually the state of charge in form of a long LED light band directly under the windshield, so that even for the state of charge you don't have to take your eyes away from the road so often. This light band also activates when you receive a phone call or for voice commands. A really cool looking feature. All in all, we were positively surprised with the innovative interior design of the ID.3 and its features. Now, okay, the materials are a bit plasticky looking, admittedly, but for an entry price of around 30,000 euros, we can certainly live with that.
Very positively surprised by the interior.
Me too, it's super premium, it's amazing. Still overpriced in my opinion, still brutally overpriced. But we have to say, it feels really awesome. The interior is really amazing.
The materials are high value, absolutely, and you sit really a sports car, I have to say. And although you have a lot of screens, somebody might tell it's a screen overkill, but for us, we've never too many screens, and I think they are very nicely integrated into the car, right?
Absolutely.
You don't feel it's too much.
It's really centered towards the driver. It's even curved, so it has a curved front display, which is really nice for you sitting there and seeing all the instrument clusters. And then you have like a secondary screen and even a tertiary screen, so it's screen all the way here. And in the middle you also have a screen, so it's really amazing. The materials feel really high quality. It's
very comfortable.
Extremely good materials, yeah.
And okay, I'm small, but
Panoramic roof, and yeah.
And although I am small, but it's a lot of space. Although you sit quite low, and it should be a sports
yeah,
car.
So it's really roomy. So the interior feels really very, very roomy.
Absolutely. Now we've been thinking in the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. We have to admit, we like it more than we have thought.
Yeah. It's quite more amazing than you would think. So if you see it in reality, in real life, it's much cooler than in the YouTube videos and on
Absolutely, the screens are just amazing. They're so perfectly integrated into the car. It's just like amazing mixture of futurism and the classic Porsche design.
We have here now looks a super cool, a super outlandish and cool looking concept car, but will we be able to buy it? I mean, such a cool looking car, you certainly will be able to buy it. Unfortunately, no, it's a concept and it will never come to market like this, never. And the production version is freaking boring. What a surprise. So, if this car would exist, I would instantly buy it, instantly. But what the legacy car makers like to do, they show you super cool concept cars, and that's it. The production versions are freaking boring, and you are not able to buy the cars like this. What the hell? No, what the hell, Audi? Start making cool cars, electric cars, that then also look like this. How about that? So what's that?
Audi concept car.
Another concept car. Can we buy this car?
Nope, not here.
Will we ever be able to buy this car?
Maybe a parallel universe, not here.
That's really sad. They show us all these cool cars that you never can buy, and the ones that you can buy look super boring compared.
I agree. We will never have such wheels with such wheel covers, such a fluent design shape.
Yeah.
Such low seats.
Yeah. The only electric car you can buy from Audi is what?
The boring e-tron.
Yes, and the e-tron is super boring compared to this, right?
Absolutely, and its range cannot compete with Tesla anyway. So now you'll see what you can buy from Audi.
Oh.
A lot of boring designed gas guzzlers, which emit a lot of CO2 and consume only gas, not electricity.
That's where they are very good at selling us gasoline cars, but showing us cool electric cars that you never can buy.
Yeah, I think they just try desperately to keep their gas car production lines alive. Maybe for another 5 years at most, and after that I think they will just be completely pushed out by the electric cars from Tesla.
Absolutely. Sad, Audi, sad. You can do better than this.
So now what you see is the Polestar 2, and we are very excited about this car because it's currently the most promising competitor to the Model 3, the car we currently own. It has a similar size, I would say, and also a similar range. The range they're aiming for is 500 kilometers for a 78 kilowatt hour battery, and the power would be around 300 kilowatts, and acceleration is about 4.7 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers. So it's not Tesla, but it's absolutely enough for city drive or in general, I would say.
Absolutely. Thanks for the intro.
You're welcome.
So this is the Polestar 2, and you have this is the first car in the world that has the system. It's powered by Android, and you have Google Assistant, Google Maps, and Google Play. For example, here you will see the different viewings. So you have the camera right here. So you have the maps right here.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and you have also this one. It's the normal what you would like to see here. So the range and the battery charge and the speed and so on.
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
you have the cruise control. And then we go back to the maps. I would like to show you the maps here as well.
Oh, it's really cool that you see the map in front of you also. That's pretty
Very
nice.
convenient when you're driving.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because we have a Model 3, you know, and the only thing which we don't like in the Model 3 is that you only have one instrument cluster,
Yeah.
and then you have to take your eyes off the road all the time, you know, it's not so good, so it's really good to have it in front of you. It's really nice.
So here you have the map. So it works exactly like an Alexa or a Siri. So if you want to go somewhere, you can say, "Hey Google, take me to Stuttgart."
Navigating to Stuttgart.
And here we will show you
Nice.
the route to Stuttgart. It will also show you how much percentage of battery you have left when you reach Stuttgart. So 27% depending on traffic, more or less. Yeah? And if you want to know the charging stations, you say, "Okay Google, charging stations."
Showing results for charging stations along your route.
And here you have the charging stations. So the green means that they're free and you can use them. The gray means that they're occupied and they're not able to use
That's
right
really
now.
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the voice control actually works pretty nicely. I'm surprised. Normally it never works, you know.
Oh, okay.
But that's nice, yeah.
In this car it does. Yeah, so if you click here, you have the home screen. You have the Play Store right there, and you can download apps if you like to. You can also mirror your phone to get more apps in if you would like to do so. If you click here, well, you can't see it right now, but you will have a 360 degrees view of the cameras. And you also have heat sensors on the cameras, so if you are in a cold climate or cold temperature outside, the cameras will never freeze for you. Or you will always be able to see through the cameras.
Nice.
If you click to this screen, you will have, it shows you a profile. So you will basically have a profile when you buy this car. It's connected for your phone. So every time you sit in the driving seat, the car will read your phone and it will adjust your seating, the arrows, the music, the heat, those kind of things. And you also have different kind of profiles that you can have if you like
That's
to.
a good idea, yeah.
And
That's
have,
really nice.
have the regen braking right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And that's basically one pedal drive. So Rekuperation, I think you say in German.
Recuperation, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, we have like it's the same in the Model 3 basically. You don't have to. I seldom use the brake pedal at all. I
One
only
pedal
go
drive.
back. Exactly. It's really convenient.
Yes.
It's really convenient.
And then just show you here how you can charge the car. So 80% right now. And then you can choose how much you want to charge depending on what you
It's
want to do.
perfect. So the battery capacity is 78 kilowatt hours, right?
Yes, exactly.
So real world range probably 400, 450 kilometers. Depending
500 is the
even
goal for this car.
Okay.
And then it takes you only 30 to 40 minutes for it to charge this car.
So how many kilowatts does it have? Like fast charging maximum?
150.
150. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And then home charging
nice.
is 11. Yeah.
Okay, and that's, I think the acceleration is also not bad.
No?
Certainly.
408 horsepower is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
nice car. I really like the interior. I actually like it more than the Model 3, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's really like the materials are also very nice. And the brand is pretty new, right? Polestar was
Very new. It's from just a couple of years old. So yeah.
nice. And when will it be available? Are there any
And we
details?
start production in the beginning of next year.
Okay.
Then like May, July next year, you'll be able to have it delivered to you if you buy the car.
That's super awesome. Nice. Thanks for the
Thank
good
you.
explanation.
And have a great
nice.
day.
You
Thank
too.
you so much, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
So now we are sitting in the interior of the updated version of the Smart EQ4 2. So the interior, as you can see, hasn't changed much, and the battery size has remained as well. It's a 17.6 kilowatt hour battery, so it's perfect for a city drive, I would say, and we'll get a range out of it like 140 kilometers, and if you drive slow, 150 maybe even. And yes, they've updated a little bit the material. I think it's more leather now, and it's also leather on the steering wheel, so you have a better grip, I think. And here over there you have this cute tackle with the power and the battery in percentage, so you always have it And in front of you is also not a good gimmick, I would say. And compared to the Tesla, you actually have a installed sunshade. It's already also very practical in summer.
really nice.
I would say you can pull it out, and then you have the panorama roof. You can enjoy the sunshine. So I think it's pretty amazing, and as you can see, it's a smartphone too, and you have some space also behind the seat. So yeah, it's a perfect city car, I would say. I feel very comfortable, and I can always have find a parking spot. Support the 22 kilowatt AC charging, so you get it fully charged in 40 minutes. So it's absolutely perfect. So now we are at the Seat Elburn. It's basically the Spain cousin of the VW ID.3, so they look very similar to each other. And the one thing I noticed, the very sporty seats. I hope they will make into the production version. Maybe not, we will see. But I think overall the production version will be very similar to this concept car.
Nice, very cool. You really like the look of it.
A small surprise for you guys on the IAA. We didn't know that they remade the BMW Isetta. So as you see, it's a very cute small car, perfect for the city. And you have two choices for the battery cells, and for the larger battery cell, which has 14.4 kilowatt hours. And you can get a range of 200 kilometers out of it, so it's even better than my current Smart. And it's just perfect for the city, because if you do some grocery shopping, like everything can still fit into it. It's quite roomy inside, and you don't have to charge it so often. And it supports, I think, the 11 kilowatts AC charging.
Nice, sounds really good. Nice specifications, and the 200 kilometers of range is quite amazing, I have to say. For this small car. I'll try also to fit inside.
Wow.
Wow, that's so awesome. Look, it's such a cute small car.
Yes.
Such a cute small micro car. It's just amazing.
So it's a remake of the BMW Isetta. As you can see, you have this entrance from the front, and everything is quite retro, I would say.
It's 100% electric, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you have actually a lot of space here. It's so weird that it's a old style car, but you only have two pedals here because of this for the electric.
It's really nice. It only has a small display in the center, right?
I mean, it shows the battery, and it shows the speed. If you need a navi, you can certainly mount your phone or tablet somewhere, so it's fine. And you do have a lot of space here.
Absolutely, it's quite large on the inside, surprisingly large.
Absolutely.
Right?
So it looks even much smaller than the Smart, but actually when you sit here, you don't feel it really. It's a perfect car for the city, I would say.
Absolutely. Retro-futurism here, look at this.
It's almost like a sci-fi movie. You have this dark tone style with the blue lights and all the rounded screens, cute buttons here, over here.
Everything is really cute. Everything is round, yeah. Round and cute.
Round and cute, why not?
It's like a nice retro futuristic style, but in a cute, extremely cute done way. Over the top cuteness. And you have this instrument cluster in front, right? But look here. You can change the settings. It's really nice. It's really super nicely done. you
Yeah,
have
the
to say.
screen fits so perfect with the round shape, and
Mm-hmm.
you do it, the colors change as well.
Absolutely.
It's just like almost like a sci-fi movie, I would say.
Yeah, it's quite cute. Really cute. Oh yeah, and we forgot to mention it has a head-up display. Look at this. This stuff is actually a head-up display. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's not bad.
So now maybe we should check the price, right?
Let's check the price. And in this configuration, it's almost 40K. It's not cheap, let's put it like
not
this.
cheap.
It's premium.
It's premium. It's certainly premium, as always from BMW. It has to be premium,
Yeah,
but it does look nice, right?
It
Both
looks-
on the exterior as well as on the interior.
Absolutely, it's really cute, and certainly many people will like it, who like cute stuff.
And has a better range.
Yeah, the range, how much was it again?
Between 240 and 270 kilometers.
Actually not bad for a car like this. Really not bad.
It's sufficient for city drive and weekend trips.
Absolutely. Nice.
So of course, BMW, the legacy car maker from Munich, the city where we live, cannot be missing in this video. We have again a beautiful, beautiful concept car. I mean, the interior looks like a very cozy living room, and you have two screens set up. But unfortunately, you can never buy it.
Yeah, as always with the legacy car makers, right? Show us these cool concept cars that you can never buy. What can you buy instead?
Sebastian can show you what you can buy. The gas guzzlers over there.
Oh, 2 meters away you can actually have a car that you can buy. Wow. So this cool concept car here you cannot buy, but this gas guzzler SUV that certainly needs 20 liters of gasoline per 100 kilometers, that you can buy. That you can buy, yeah. So that is really what we love about the legacy car makers, you know? I show you the concept cars, fully electric, that come out in 2 years and don't look anything like this when they come out. And then the reality is over here. It's like nice gas guzzlers, you know? That's what they can do. Build gas guzzlers. And this here will always remain a fantasy. Always remains a fantasy. And when it comes out, it will not look anything like this. Not anything like, it will not look even half as cool, right? Not so nice. We don't like this concept car shit and like at all.
I mean, you're excited, you look at it,
Yeah.
you're also looking forward to it, and in
Yeah.
the end you are always disappointed.
Absolutely. It's like, why do you show us this stuff and then give us something entirely else or not at all? Like, show us concept cars that we can then also buy in a very similar form at least. So even Opel now has the Opel Corsa-e.
It's surprisingly nice, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
You see, the interior is not really like a fancy futuristic electric car style, but it's sufficient. You have two screens, everything you need, everything nicely integrated.
Yeah.
And yes, and it feels smooth, the steering wheel, and
And I think the range is not so bad. It says 420 kilometers max. We think that it's very, very optimistic. So let's be realistic. I think it's more like 350.
but the price is good. I think it starts at 33,000 euros, so it's
Wow, that's very nice.
almost a budget car, so it's affordable. I would say on the same level as the ID.3 from VW.
Yeah. I think it will be a better bargain than the ID.3 because it has a higher range. Like it says 420 for 33,000. That's really not bad, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like same range with the higher battery class of the ID.3.
Yeah.
And we will check out the other specs for you guys later.
A nice surprise, to be sure.
Cute city car again, the Honda E. We checked the specs. It has a battery of 35.5 kilowatt hours. It's not so bad, and if you don't drive too fast, you can reach a range of over 200 kilometers. So it's absolutely sufficient if you use it in the city. Yes, and it has a maximum speed of 145 kilometers per hour. So it's also not so bad. You can also drive it on the highway. It's no problem at all.
Nice. Nice. So let's try it out, right? Let's sit inside.
Yeah, let's go. I can't believe it. It looks like a downsized version of the Byton screen, right?
Yeah, it has a lot of screens, which is super nice. So it has rear view camera mirrors, which is super awesome. So it doesn't have rear view mirrors, but camera, instead.
We hope it would increase the safety, because then you probably won't have these dark spots anymore, which you normally have.
Absolutely.
With the rear mirrors.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6th screen, I think here somewhere should also be a screen, or I don't know. You can change it from screen to not screen, as far as I know. Here, look.
Assistenzlehrer, den
you see?
als zweite Lehrkraft
Awesome.
im Klassenraum.
So another screen. You can switch between screen and mirror.
We do like the car, right? From the
We absolutely like it, yeah.
according to now everything what we've seen.
The interior amazes me more than the exterior, certainly.
I agree.
Certainly with rear view cameras, instead of mirrors. This is amazing.
I think the interior of the Honda E combined with the exterior of the Smart would be perfect.
That would be awesome, yeah.
I do like the exterior of the Smart badge because it's just
That's
more
true.
modern.
You would need this here in the Smart, right?
Absolutely. So here it finally is in all its production glory. And contrary to the legacy car makers like BMW and Audi, the production version actually looks almost identical to the concept car version. This is how you do it. Show us a cool concept car, and then we can actually buy the car. Awesome. The starting price will be 54,000 euros in Europe, so probably around 50 to 60,000 US dollars in the States, depending on the future trade tariffs, of course. So on how the trade war will develop. The old 45k US dollar figure was without sales tax and any tariffs. It will come out first in China later this year, then in the States in 2020, and in Europe sadly only in 2021. A bit too late for our taste. Now the car will have a 71 kWh and a 95 kWh battery version. The smaller battery yielding up to 400 kilometers of range, the bigger one up to 520 kilometers. Both numbers, of course, as always, in the most optimistic case. The 0 to 60 acceleration hasn't been announced yet, but we assume that it won't be anywhere near Tesla territory, so probably more than 5 seconds. But it doesn't want to compete with Tesla in that regard, because it's a high-tech smartphone connected car on wheels, and that's where Byton wants to outshine Tesla. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to sit inside the Byton on that day, despite me trying multiple times to convince the Byton people there, but apparently on that day, it was reserved for only super important VIP people that had booked already all time slots in advance. However, we were shown a mock-up of the cockpit, and a guy explained to us the workings of the heartpiece of this car, the giant 48-inch ultra super widescreen, which will come to market exactly as you see it here. To our disappointment, it's not an OLED screen, but an LCD screen. And we have to say, you certainly see the backlighting in darker scenes, but the screen quality overall is still quite good.
And we also wish that the bezels would have been a bit smaller, but hey, this is nitpicking on an extremely high level, since nothing like this has ever been produced, so we are very glad that this will actually come to market like this. The car has quite some extensive gesture controls, which we didn't see in this form in any other electric car at the motor show. So you can turn up volume, switch between songs, go full screen on a video while recharging the car, browse through the media library and so on, all with gestures. Really impressive. The car will not be level 3 autonomous when it comes out, by the way. It will probably be around or a bit below Tesla autopilot capabilities, as the Byton guy here explained, but they will have over-the-air updates to improve self-driving features over time, as we know it from Tesla. Those guys certainly learned a lot from Tesla. A feature that left some mixed feelings, however, was that there are 2 interior cameras pointed towards the driver, so it can detect when you get tired and warn you with loud sounds. A very good feature. However, we first have to see what happens with all that data, you know. It's a Chinese-built car, so we can certainly imagine this tech being used for surveillance purposes, certainly over in China, because you know the Chinese love surveillance. But overall, we really like the car. It's really refreshing to see such a futuristic and cool looking car that is actually being produced for once. And we cannot wait to finally test drive it, hopefully sooner than 2021.
So after 7 hours of electric car examination, what's your favorite now?
Surprisingly, I like the interior of the Porsche Taycan the most. I have to say, I was really pleasantly surprised. It was really awesome. And the exterior of the VW ID.3 was really amazing. And the Byton M-Byte, of course.
Yes, I'm very relieved that the Byton M-Byte and the ID.3, they both didn't disappoint us.
Yeah, they didn't. Even though we are a bit angry that we couldn't sit inside the Byton M-Byte.
Sorry. And the Polestar 2 was also quite nice. It really has very similar specs to the Tesla Model 3, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if they could manage to integrate into the charging network, it would be a good competitor to the Model 3, I would say.
I agree 100%. 100%. So what was your favorite?
So as a small woman, I like the Mini Cooper a lot, I have to admit. It's
the Mini Cooper electric, right?
On the outside, it has a modern design. On the inside, it's very futuristic and has the constantly changing lighting. Even a little bit of sci-fi. And it has 100 kilometers more range than the Smart, which I currently own. So it would be even nicer even for city drive.
A nice city car, and I have to say, even I like the interior a lot. A lot of cute round buttons and knobs everywhere, nice retro futuristic design. I really liked it a lot.
So all in all, we are very excited, and I hope that all the cars we've seen today will really come onto the market next year, so you can really buy. That's actually the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
That you can really buy the car.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that there are so many new electric cars coming out in the next 1 to 2 years, and it will be an amazing time. It will be an amazing time.
So, we hope that you stay tuned as us, and because on this channel we will certainly do a lot of more electric car related episodes.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, see you next time.
See you in our next video. See you guys.